Hey, Smart Homers, John Stone, the DIY Smart Home Guy. We've got a special treat. We have Team Inovelli in the house. Stay tuned.
My name is Nathan Harte. I'm Chief Sales Officer at Inovelli.
All righty. So what do you do? Just kidding.
For the last 9 months, not a whole lot of much.
A lot of dormancy over the first 9 months of the year. And then you came out with your LZW 30 Red and Black Series in September.
Yep.
And I don't know really what happened, but I think that blew up.
Hey, UL, if you're listening, that was blew up as in sales blew up, not as in it seriously blew someone's house up.
So did you meet the sales? Did you run out of stock? Did you see what you wanted to do? How'd that go?
Well, it went great. So first of all, like last year, we ran out of sales all the time. I mean, it was just the manufacturer that we were with was just kind of all over the place in terms of having stuff in stock, out of stock. And so what we did this year was actually switch manufacturers. We actually got more buttoned up in terms of having an investor, then also allowed us to invest in smart people other than myself. No, I'm joking, but smart people to kind of help us.
You're still here. You can't be that bad.
With logistics and just everything, so to kind of keep us in stock. So yes, we ordered a lot more product, and then we are able to keep it in stock. But also, it's flying off the shelf. It's
amazing.
Nice.
I've been seeing a lot of positive feedback. I think everybody's receiving what you're doing pretty well. And then it was 6 weeks ago your dimmer came out.
Yep.
How did the dimmer sales compare to the on-off switch sales?
Oh, it's outselling at least 4-1 at this point. I mean,
wow.
the dimmer sales, that one sold 1,000 units in 24 hours, and it's just been consistently just blowing through the shelves.
Okay.
And,
so this is basically the best of what you guys had in the NZW series, and then you, I was going to say, reimagined it, re-architected it, changed manufacturers.
Yeah, essentially. And so the other thing is Eric Maycock, our CTO. So basically last year I was like, hey, do you want to put these in your house? And he's like, no. So basically, we had
That's not a stellar endorsement for the product.
No, that was for Gen 1. So for Gen 2, the only requirement was this needs to be able to make the Eric Maycock cut. I mean, he literally has a treasure chest of old smart home products. He's like, all right, we need to combine that one. So
rolled into one. He put them all into a blender and made an Inovelli cookie.
No, you did that.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that was you blowing up blenders.
Yes.
I didn't damage any Inovelli switches.
Thank you. Yeah.
In the making of that, or the blowing up of the blender. And the people that make the blender clearly don't make blenders that well.
No,
What is on the plan for 2020? We are at CES. You guys have a beautiful booth. What's coming out? What's next? What is the next product launch?
The biggest things we're coming out with, we have our fan plus light switch. It should be out soon. It's a single gang control. It's a 90% finished product. We're just very close to getting our beta units. So we feel pretty confident it's going to be in second quarter this year.
When you say Q2, is that Q2 April or Q2 June or Q2? Don't ask me again, John, what Q2 means.
John, Q2 means Q2.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's been a product that's been requested for honestly the last 3 years. And so I remember when I first started, it was just like, hey, what are the products that you guys want? And it was always fan and light and then like remotes, which we'll talk about remotes another day.
Yes, another day. Let's talk about remotes another day. Fan switches, are you going to do a single fan switch?
We do. That's the next product we're coming out with. Will be a single gang fan. We'll be able to dim the speed of the fan right from the switch.
Okay.
Design-wise, it'll look very similar to our dimmer switch itself. After that, we've got a 700 series plug coming out. So that hardware is complete. We're just working on firmware for that.
Okay.
And then the next big item that we're currently trying to wrap up, again, hardware complete, we're working on firmware, is our new light strip. Eric and I were at breakfast one morning and we're like, man, what's the biggest problem with light strips? And people use 4 foot of it, cut it off, and then throw the rest away.
Right.
So we thought, why not make it into 1 foot sections and give them 90-degree and T-shaped adapters, some flexible adapters. People could do whatever they want with it.
Yeah, I mean, throwing in addressable LEDs and that thing's awesome. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, you said addressable LEDs.
Yeah, addressable LEDs, RGB TW, tunable white. So yeah, it's got everything on it.
Yeah, and those Edison bulbs that you guys have over there, are those
Edison
bulbs? Are you
bulbs.
playing around with those, or are you planning to release those as well?
We are playing around with those for John's purpose. For the rest of you, we're going to be releasing those at some point in 2020.
All your new gear is still Z-Wave.
Correct. Yeah, everything we're coming out with right now is Z-Wave. We are going to be releasing almost all of our products in Zigbee as well coming up.
Okay.
So we will maintain Z-Wave, but we will also be adding in Zigbee. we've been planning a second protocol for a while, but we thought that would be Wi-Fi.
The reason behind it was because, Z-Wave's great. We love it. It's our bread and butter. It's what everyone really just enjoys. For the people that are kind of really getting into home automation, don't necessarily want to, have such advanced stuff in their house. That's why we went with Zigbee.
Yeah, our Red Series dimmer switch has 53 parameters on it.
Wow, how do you know that?
I know how to add that. So
we watched a video and learned all about it, actually. Yeah.
It was John's video, by the way. But the average consumer is not going to use that. That's definitely an enthusiast product. The average consumer wants on, off, maybe change a routine through Alexa, be able to set their lights to a certain level. That's it.
Now, give yourselves more credit for that switch than just it's an enthusiast product, because it's badass. You're smart homeowners. Where are you at? Are you hubless, Alexa, smart things? Where are you in the
You
smart
say
home?
hubless, you're fired, by the way.
So I have Google Home. I have Samsung Smart Things is the main driver.
Okay.
I have Ring.
Okay.
And then I have Nexia.
I'm not going to ask you for all your automations, but I want to know what your favorite automation is that when you're in your house, you just go, I'm so glad I did that.
4 a.m, my kids' lights turn red, 1% brightness.
Oh, wow.
And at 7 a.m, when I think it's an acceptable time for them to get out of bed, it turns green. And they don't know how to tell time, but they certainly can tell color. It was the very first one I've done, and it is still my favorite one because it just gets me just a little bit more sleep in the morning. That all so precious sleep.
Yeah,
right?
How old are your kids?
I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
Oh, wow. So you are deep in the thick of it. Yeah. Wow.
I am. Hey, honey, by the way, thanks for taking care of this while we're at CES for the week. You're doing a great job, love.
And you?
Yeah, so I do have a Samsung Smart Things Hub that I've had. I started off with Wink. It's great. RIP. And switching.
That's right.
Moved over to Smart Things about maybe a year and a half ago. Just kind of been there ever since. It's been great. So yeah, they have everything pretty much automated. My favorite one is probably just like the double tap feature, honestly, in my bedroom. So I could have reworded that a little bit, I guess, huh? Right? The double tap in the bedroom.
No double entendre there.
Anyway, love you, honey. By the way, shout out. No, double tapping the light switch basically shuts down the entire house. So we go to bed, just double tap it. All the lights downstairs turn off. It makes sure the garage door's closed. It locks the front door. Just does everything basically let me go to bed at ease. So yeah, that's my favorite for sure.
All right, and so you're going to continue, I would say, the current train, which is every time you release a switch, you're going to be pre-staged for Smart Things and Habitat.
Correct. Yep.
And you work with Vera as well.
So Vera, we're in the process of working with them.
Superman or Batman?
Batman.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Why?
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 Just like it better, honestly.
Just like it better.
Back to the Future.
John, the world is not that binary. Yeah, it is.
I've actually never seen Star Wars or Star Trek.
Oh, there you go. So you
Man, just blew out half our audience, man.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I still love you
John,
all.
for real, cut that. Cut that. Ocean or snow?
Ocean.
Snow.
And you're a snow guy.
I am a snow guy.
Snow sports?
I do like to sport in the snow, yes.
Wisdom or youth?
Oh, wisdom or youth? Wisdom.
Youth.
Smart Things or Habitat?
Oh, John, don't make me choose. Loaded
Pass.
question. Pass.
Don't worry, this I do cut out. Well, what do you want to tell everybody that I didn't ask?
We're a company that we're all smart homeowners, and Nathan said it. We're all smart homeowners just like you, and I think we hit that a little bit today. So, we really do appreciate your feedback. The forums, it's not there just to, look at all the complaints and cry in the corner under my desk. We really value what you want, or what you guys want, and like what's wrong with our products and all that, or I should say enhancements that we can make with our products. It's there, and we genuinely listen. I mean, I'm sure, hopefully you've seen that between Generation 1 and Generation 2. Like, literally it is combined feedback from everything that you've thought. So people, for instance, the dimmer switches, the on-off switches, one of the big pieces was, hey, like, I want it to work with a dumb switch because I can save money, or I like to work with an aux switch so I can have dimming at both ends. And so we combined that and said, all right, yeah, good, that's great. So let's combine it and make it into our Gen 2 switches.
Yeah,
we literally do listen to you because we want to be proud of what we put out. So I don't know if that came through as clearly as I wanted to, but at the same point, it's spoken from the heart.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate that, and we'll catch up again.
Yeah.
And thank all you for tuning in, and I hope this was fun and valuable for you. Don't forget to subscribe.
Spank that button, right?
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
spank that bell icon, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to click like and spank that bell
Yeah,
icon.
man, I got
That's
you.
another one, yep. And over here's a couple of other videos that you might enjoy. Until next time, cheers.
See you guys.